That is a loaded question. So I'm trying to figure out which gun I want to use.
Bob?
Is Yeshua indeed Father Yahweh? Well, we're out of time for today, folks. Thanks for coming.
Cue music.
That question could slide into quite a few different theological questions that are related to that. It is probably one of the most misunderstood theologies or doctrines in the Hebrew roots movement. Okay, is because many of us come out of religious denominations that espouse a concept called the Trinity, of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit are separate yet distinct persons, yet united. And it's called a mystery. As a former Christian apologist, I could go through that and show you where even history, where that theology kind of came together. And I've gone full circle on that. And so in 30 seconds, I'm going to give you the short answer. Is Yeshua is absolutely Yahweh in the flesh. No questions asked. There was a time where I questioned that, rightfully so, because anything that has Catholic roots needs to be questioned, okay? Because you're going back, and that's not picking on Catholicism, it's picking on the ancient forefathers that were Gentile and hated the Jewish people. So that's a big red flag. So as I went back and began to look at this and look at the Tanakh, Yeshua is using the same characteristics that Yahweh says only I have. Everything from judge to divinity, everything from I will not share my glory with another, yet Yeshua says I am glorified with the Father, so on and so forth. Yeshua is the right arm of Yahweh, so if you have a right arm, which hopefully you do, if you have a right arm, is it part of your body? It's the same blood is flowing through your veins that's flowing into your brain, but your arm is not all of the body, yet it is fully connected to the body, no different than a branch is connected to the tree. And so where the confusion comes in is that Yeshua, before he came to earth, was in the form of the Devar, the Word of Yahweh made flesh that John 1:1 is talking about, okay? When Yeshua was born in the flesh, a creation was born. He took on mankind, the cloaked in humanity. By default, the word cloaked means there's something there that you can't see, and that is the Word of Yahweh that created the entire universe. Everything was created for Him and by Him. So this is why there is a apparent separation between Yeshua the Messiah and Yahweh, is because there is a creature, if I could say that word, or a human that is forming the role of high priest right now until when? Until the 1,000-year millennial reign of the Messiah is finished. What happens at that point? He gives up his authority back to Yahweh so that God can be all in all. And I believe that's 1 Corinthians chapter 15, okay? And so there is a definite mystical relationship between Yahweh, who is a spirit, because it says God is wind, God is Ruach, God is spirit, but he manifests himself in the form of his Son because he's pure light. So he cloaks his pure light in the form of his Son, takes on flesh, and that flesh then has its own personality, its own soul, its own nefesh that is fully submitted to his Father, just like he says, he fully submitted his will, which made him perfect in every way. But at the end of the 1,000 years, Yeshua will be no more. He will give up his authority, meaning that I believe that the cloak will fully be released and the light will immediately go back to the Father, and he will go back into the form of which he came before he came on planet Earth, and that was the Devar. Simply put, in a visual, if you go outside in the wintertime, take a deep breath, here comes your word. You'll see your breath. At the end of the 1,000 years, he will absorb his word back into who he is. How do you describe what that warm breath is and how it's the same but different than where it came? These are infinite concepts, and I only use less than 2% of my brain to begin with. There's no way for us to take a finite creature, human being, and understand a God that says he is infinite in every direction. So I defer to the scriptures, definitely say that there is a connection between Yahweh and Yahweh Sebaot, which is Yeshua. They're no doubt, in my opinion, both one and the same. And the best analogy I can give is you have a computer tower, all the information, no way to get to it. Give us a monitor, we can know what's inside the tower. Yeshua is the monitor, Yahweh is the tower. At the end of the day, the tower is removed, we go inside the tower, and we get to see it for ourselves. That's the best I can do in 1.5 minutes. So if you disagree with me, that's okay. All right. Hopefully that maybe helps a little bit.